What all topics did we learn the last class? Sana, first question for you. What all topics did we learn the last class?
About stress,
Stress.
then emotional changes,
Okay, wait. What are the factors that affecting stress? Stress in
factors,
adolescence.
uh, physical,
Physical changes, because according to your mind, you're like a child and your body is grown up. It leads a confusion and it leads to stress. Then,
mental changes,
cognitive changes,
then emotional changes,
emotional changes. Emotional changes are mainly due to
mm,
hormonal secretions. Okay, the adrenal gland secrete, or the endocrine gland that secrete hormones that leads to these kind of emotional changes. And in adolescence we feel a imbalance in our emotions. Sometimes we feel happy, sometimes we feel depressed. It is because of the hormonal imbalance. And then what else, Meghna?
acceptance by peers,
Hmm. Very good.
social changes, worry
Why the
about
acceptance of peers is very important during adolescence?
because if we are not like them, like the rapid change in physical appearance, but they are not having that, we feel insecure about us because we look like a mature, more mature than them. So we feel disappointed, unhappy, and we worry about if our peers would accept us or not.
Very good. And Reina, next point. Are you feel sleepy? Okay, fine.
Worried about the future
Worried about future. Why they are worried about future?
because if they won't exceed in studies, they won't get in a good position.
So during this time of adolescence, we think more about our future, future jobs and all, and also we think about the educations. Okay, this is a normal procedure. And then, what is social development, Sana? Social development.
about the norms and values, development of social being,
Hmm? Repeat.
uh,
Try to make it as a correct sentence. Okay, then only you get marks in exams. It is a process by which a child learns to adjust
achievement,
with the social norms and values or the social expectations. Okay, norms are the specific guidelines and values are the general guidelines. Okay, give an example for general guidelines, Meghna. General
Respect
guidelines.
us,
Hmm? Repeat.
respect
Very
us.
good, very good. Reina, there are 5 ways that we can assess our social development, how much we develop socially. There are 5 ways to assess the social development. Which are they? They are called as, Reina, what is it? Social traits. They are called as social traits. Which are the social traits?
Social maturity,
Very good,
participating in social activities,
very good,
social skills, social acceptance, social conformity,
very good, Reina. Sure answer. Okay, very good. And then, what are social skills?
social skills like talents.
Social skills.
Sympathy.
Yeah, then
Um,
try social skills. We need, very importantly, we need to
okay.
mm,
Mm, mm,
we need to listen properly, right? The listening skills, the active listening skill is a very important social skill during this situation. Okay, then we learned about the relationship changes. In late adolescence and in early adolescence, the relationships changes. Both family relations, sibling relations, the relationship with your grandparents, all these are changes during the adolescence. It is a normal procedure. And then we learned about stereotype. What is stereotype? Sana. Meghna, think about an example for stereotype. Sana, what is stereotype?
Stereotype means beliefs,
What
uh,
beliefs? The
like
preoccupied beliefs. Okay, we already have some beliefs about a particular group of people. That is preoccupied beliefs. Gender role or a sex role, both are same. Okay, gender role, sex role, and both are same. It is a preoccupied beliefs or a preoccupied label. Is it clear? Meghna, examples.
Girl, they believe that girls should do all the housework and look after the children, but boys should work and earn money.
Very good. And sometimes the girls, we provide a newborn baby. If it is a girl, we provide the clothes and toys with pink. And if it is a boy, we provide blue. But actually, we need to provide the neutral colors, okay? White or anything like that. So they can choose which color they want or which color they need in future, okay? So try to provide a neutral colors. Reina, switch on the camera. And what is emotional development, Reina?
Developing emotionally,
Hmm. Which means developing emotionally means we
uh,
need to
control our
yeah, very good.
emotions.
We need to control our emotions. That is emotional development. So children has no ability to control their emotions, but as us or adolescents, we have the ability to control our emotions in a public place and all. Okay, that is emotional development. And then, what are the emotional changes during adolescence, Meghna? Just list emotional
And
development.
jealousy,
Anger. So during adolescence, the anger gets very frequently. We easily get anger when someone is interfere in our matters and all. And then
jealousy,
both genders also get jealous. Not only the girls but also the boys. And then
curiosity,
curiosity about knowing anything about the opposite sex characteristics about our future education. So just we search in the Google or try to ask questions for friends and all. Then
attraction,
attraction. What is attraction? That's okay, fine. Then continue.
and affection,
Hmm.
um, and mood swings,
Mood swings. Okay, fine. Sana, what is affection and attraction?
affection means care and to care
Very good. Then
and like
attraction is
attraction means sexual
sexual
attraction.
attraction to opposite genders and all. Okay. So I hope the portions are clear. One more question. What is empathy and sympathy? If your friend has some stress or any problem, we need to show our empathy to them, not sympathy. We have to provide empathy. So what is empathy, Reina?
Uh, Stay in their position in that time.
For an example, if your friend or anyone failed in an examination, we consider or imagine ourselves in their situation and we understand how they feel now. So we can mostly or we can understand their feelings very well. We consider or put ourselves in their situation, that is called as empathy. So let's move on to the next chapter, that is cognitive changes. Okay. So what are the factors that affecting identity? The four factors that affecting the identity formation. What are they? Who comes first?
changes,
What changes?
cognitive,
Cognitive,
sociocultural,
sociocultural,
emotional,
emotional.
physical, or biological.
Very good. So these are the four important factors that affect our identity formation. Sana, what is identity? Hmm? What is identity? Try.
About
Hmm?
how the society sees us,
Identity. What are the two types of identity?
personal identity and social identity.
So identity is It is our characteristics. It can be our behavioral or emotional characteristics that an individual is recognizable in a group. Okay, that is identity. How an individual is recognizable in a group. Okay, so let's move on to cognitive development. Sorry. It's in page number 40. Okay. So before going to the cognitive changes, we need to know what is cognitive development. Okay. So what is cognitive development? Cognitive development refers to how a person perceives, think, and gains understanding of his or her world through the interaction of genetic factors. So, what is cognitive development? How a person perceives, think, and gain understanding of his world through their explorations. That is called as cognitive development. Simply, we can say is that cognitive development means how children think, explore, and figure out things. How children think, how children think, explore, and figure out things. Okay. So, what is cognition? Cognition means it is a process by which how a children think, explore, and figure out things. This is a simple definition. You can either define this way or this way. Okay. I will repeat. Cognitive development refers to how a person perceives, think, and gains understanding of his or her world through the interaction of genetic and learned factors. Genetic and learned factors means through our heredity or through our environment. Okay. Is it clear? Genetics means heredity and learned factors means the environmental factors. Or and then this cognitive development, just like a self, the cognition is also developed gradually. It is not a not we gain from birth. The cognition is or the thinking ability is just like a self. It is developed from infancy to your different stages of life. Okay, it is not by birth. So, what is cognitive development? Cognitive development means how children think, explore, and figure out things. Okay, that is cognitive development. Is it clear? Okay. Then, what is cognition? What is cognition? So I told you that cognitive development is how a person think, explore, and figure out things. So just like as that, cognition is the word meaning. The word meaning of cognition is to recognize or to know. The word meaning of cognition is to recognize or to know. Okay. This word, the cognition is a word that come from a Latin word. Okay. Cognition is a Latin word which means to know or to recognize. Cognition means how a person thinks. Okay, how our thinking is take place. Okay, cognition means how a person thinks. Our learning, memory, attention, all these are our cognitive skills. So all the it's mental. Okay, mental. There is a spelling mistake. Mental. All the mental activities that are associated with processing, knowing, remembering, understanding, and communicating is called as cognition. So, cognitive development means how a children think, explore, and figure out things. And cognition means that is cognition just how a person thinks. Okay, that is called as cognition. All our mental activities, all the activities that is continues in our brain is called as cognition. All the mental activities is called as cognition. The mental activities like understanding, remembering, knowing, communicating, processing, all these are the cognitions. Okay. So what is cognitive development, Reina? What is cognitive development?
Cognitive development refers to how a person understands and gains un-
Hmm.
some perceives and gains
Means
understanding
hmm,
of his like world through his
through
viewpoint. His
the heredity or the learned factors, the
test.
genetic factors or the environmental factors or
Cognitive
the
factor.
learned factors. Then, Sana, what is cognition?
To recognize or to know.
Hmm?
To recognize
To
something.
recognize. It is a word meaning of cognition. That is to know or to recognize. Both are correct. Okay, it's come from a Latin word, and which means all our mental activities like processing, understanding, communicating, thinking, all these belongs to cognition. Okay.